Dames en heren, het is dierendag en daarom geef ik u een hartelijk applaus. Hier is MIKA met mijn hond. Oh, it's so nice to have you. We had you yesterday already in the program. Please sit down on my beautiful couch. And this is my little dog, and it's dierendag. Busse. Yeah, it's Danish for gay.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, we made out in the back, I've got to tell you.
You made out? What did you make?
He kissed me on the lips.
Is it true?
Within about 2 seconds of meeting me.
I had the same experience yesterday night.
Really?
Busse, kom hier. Kom maar, Busse.
I just say, zitten?
Sit, yes.
Oh, yeah, I figured that out.
Ja, ik moet wat kijkers bij me houden, mensen. Shall I do the same with you?
No.
So, Mika, listen. It all started, I think it was 2 years ago when you had the beautiful first CD. And
yes.
You were 27 then.
37.
27.
No, I was 23.
23. Now you're 25.
Now
then.
I'm 26.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you won.
Yeah.
Like a quiz. But there was a little rumor. Did you hear the new CD of a person, MIKA? They all laugh about my dog because you don't think it is a dog. You think it is Robert Paul behaving like a dog, but it's really a dog. It's like de tv-kantine. Dit is Irene Moors. Het is normaal. Het is mijn show, hè? Het is mij af. Kom maar, ja. Ja, er zit gewoon batterij in. Duracell. They are really amazed how I treat my dog. I do the same with my musicians. Of course, it. No, but then there was a big rumor. There's a big star coming out. That is you.
Really?
Yeah, we all love you.
You do? That's very kind.
And how are you doing so far?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing good, you know. I've got to be honest, when I think it was in Lowlands Festival 2 years ago, which we did, and I was just like, we're going to be doing this tent, it's going to be empty. Why? Like, I'm exhausted, why am I going? And I went, and there was thousands of people, and everybody knew every lyric, and I was just like, it was one of the first experiences in my life where that had happened, and it happened at Lowlands Festival in Holland. I was like, this is going to be amazing.
It's curious, because most stars, they started all in the Netherlands. We have Adele, we had Lionel Richie, Diana Ross, they all started in the... No, that's really true. Because Lionel Richie was, Diana Ross, was because of Willem Duis. Because Willem Duis was an old-fashioned presenter. It was a little bit like me, but then many years ago. And then he introduced some artists, and they had the biggest success starting in the Netherlands.
Well, I think that's amazing. I mean, when you get the reaction, like even when we did the Heineken Hall, like just hearing people sing the songs back, that doesn't happen in many places around the world, I've got to be honest.
And you explained yesterday your songs are inspired as you wrote it as a 7-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And now...
Well, boy, sometimes it depends. I change my mind. Like,
yeah, but now it's Sunday, so let's do it like a girl. And then now you say, my second CD, I do it like a teenager. I interpret my songs like a teenager.
Well, the reason why I started to do that was because there was so much pressure associated with the second album. Obviously, you know, you write these songs in your living room, then they become successful, and you go on tour for 2.5 years and you have to do it all over again. It's one day, last July actually, over a year ago, the tour was suddenly finished, and the 40 people that I had traveled with around the world suddenly went home, and I was all on my own. And I was supposed to take a 4-week break, and it lasted about 4 days. And I went back into the studio, and I wanted to go back to that attitude that I had when I was 16 years old. And that's why I started to do that, you know.
And you sing... it has to do with your micro.
I'm not having a lot of luck. All my technical stuff is going wrong.
Oh, girl, shut up. Oh, girl, shut up. No, it had to do with your earplug. It had to do with your earplug.
Even the dog ran away from me.
Don't be so ridiculous. And now, are you getting used to the success? Because everywhere where you come, the people are really shout, and they are crying, and they're screaming, and they're really hysterical.
Yeah, I didn't see you cry or scream.
I was crying a lot of times. Because when I heard the rumor that you were coming to our show, I was crying day after day. Yeah, and I sung the song, It's My Party, and I cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. So, marry me. Anytime. We think I'm too old. Hoor je dat, bussen? Now, what, okay,
success is a really weird thing because it's the thing is one day you feel like you're great and then the next day you feel like you're terrible. So the more success I had with the first album, the more I kind of hid, and that's not necessarily healthy. I think I was afraid more than anything.
Afraid of the getting on with success?
Afraid of the idea of success, because whenever you get success, then you wonder if it's going to stay. You know, that's the thing. And then you start to compete against yourself. Yeah. And of course, when you sit down and you try and write a song, and you think about competing against yourself, it's really it's destructive more than anything.
It's very important that you go back to your 16 year and
you go back to the reason why you started doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's how I started writing from the perspective of a teenager again.
Yeah, but your second album is even better than your first.
You think that's very nice?
Yeah, and I mean it. Not because you have beautiful eyes or you have a beautiful charisma, but I think it has to do with because you always know the second CD or the second film or the second playwright you write. It's always less, not as good as the first one. But in your way, it's a very good CD.
Thank you very much.
I'm enjoying it very much.
Thank you.
So now, after these marvelous words I told you, can you sing another song?
I'm going to sing a song called Rain, which is my next single.
Yeah.
But it is on the record. It's a very dancey song, but I'm going to sing it how I wrote it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Which is very different.
So we go back in your 16-year-old girl.
Well, no, actually,
room.
Yeah, no. Oh my God, I'm never gonna run away from that.
No. Sorry, no.
No. But the whole actually, this song was a breakup letter that I wrote, and I wrote this breakup letter and I left it on the table. I never saw that person again, and I thought it would be funny to put it to a dance beat. Yeah. And to get it, it's this form of passive-aggressive revenge. I think it's very cruel, but sometimes it's fun.
But now you make it easy now, and you're sitting in your own boys' room with posters of.
I never had posters. That's the weird thing. When I was younger, I never had a single poster up on the wall. I mean, my mother was terrified when she walked in one day, and I was about 14 years old, and I was cleaning the walls with Windex because I wanted them to be as white as possible.
Why?
I don't know. I had this crazy obsession with having everything completely blank, which is
like
ironic.
Jan de Beaufry.
Really?
You know Jan de Beaufry?
No.
He's a designer, and everything has to be white.
But I don't know, it seems to work. It's contrary to me, because everything that I do is so colorful.
Yeah.
It's almost like I need to live in this kind of white box in order to do that.
So the colorful personality stays best way in a white surrounding. Is that how I can put your words together?
Yes, it's very good.
Okay, you understand my English?
Fully.
Okay. You speak French too?
Yes.
Okay, merci.